Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cameron Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Lindsay here, and I'm back with another episode this week. First off, I want to say that I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Every episode, I want to start by thanking each subscriber, each person that subscribes to my podcast, my channel, because I know y'all don't have to do that, and I have to earn y'all time to even watch my videos, my interviews, episodes, anything. So I really appreciate y'all because, like I said, every episode, the reason I started this podcast is to start my journey as a journalist slash analyst, a sports journalist slash analyst, because my ultimate goal one day is to be a journalist slash analyst for companies like ESPN, Fox Sports, NBA, TNT, MLB Network, NHL Network, all the big sports companies that y'all can think of. I want to be that, and I want to be the best. I want to be the Stephen A. Smiths. I want to be the Shannon Sharps, the Skip Baylesses, all them, the Kendrick Perkins, the Shaqs, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, all them, Ernie. I want to be that. But I know it's gonna take time. And I say, why not gain experience and start my own show right now? If I can't be on TV right away, why not start my own podcast and I can debate and bring down news, how I want to give my opinion to everybody else that will watch me. And as I'm going to continue to grow this channel, my goal is to hit 500 subscribers by the end of this year. So we're going to get there, but, let's just take it one day at a time. One week at a time, one episode at a time. But yes, today's episode will be about the NHL and the NBA for 2022-23 NBA playoffs first round. The playoffs just started. NBA playoffs started Saturday of last week, and the NHL playoffs started yesterday. So I'm just now but I'm gonna be breaking down I'm gonna give my predictions of the first round series. So the first round for both sports have started, but I'm gonna give even though Game 1 or Game 2 has kind of happened, I'm gonna give my predictions of the whole rest of the series. I'm gonna break down what I saw watching the games last night and this past weekend. So I'm finna go over that. But yeah, like I said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, if you know a coworker, colleague, or anything, make sure to get them to subscribe and tell them that this channel is worth watching. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. But let's get into it. So. Now these first round matchups, we're gonna start with the NHL. Now yesterday it started with the New York Islanders versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Now for that matchup, I picked the Islanders in 7 over the Carolina Hurricanes, and Carolina won that game 2-1 yesterday over New York. So now, like I said again, I think it'll go 7. These are pretty good two teams. From what I watched, like I said, I didn't watch them much, but I think New York's gonna come up the upset and win this in 7. But even though they lost yesterday, I'm still gonna go with New York in 7 over that. So let me know what you think with the New York Islanders and the Carolina Hurricane in the first round matchup. So again, Carolina leads that series 1-0, picking up the winning Game 1 yesterday. Next up, we have the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers. Now, the Boston Bruins have had a historic season. They scored the most points all time regular season. They got the most wins. They broke their regular season record for most wins in the season with 65. And like I said, it seemed like they're most likely the favorite to win the Stanley Cup this year. And it wouldn't surprise me if they won it, because like I said, they are the best team in the NHL right now. And I picked Boston to beat Florida in 4, so pretty much a clean sweep. I don't see Florida really winning a game, maybe 1 at best, but I don't see this being a series at all. So Boston beat Florida 3-1 yesterday. Like I said, they pretty much led in that game all day. Like I said, I think they pretty much dominated it. And yeah, ended up winning 3-1, and now they lead 1-0. I think Game 2. We'll get to Game 2 when that is. but I picked Boston in 4 over the Florida Panthers. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars versus the Minnesota Wild. Now, for that, it's funny. I picked Dallas in 4 over Minnesota, but Minnesota came with the upset and beat Dallas 3-2 in overtime. I was literally watching this game last night, and I had went to the gym because, like I said, I like to work out and lift weights. And I went to the gym. I was watching the game still there, even at the gym while working out. And Corey get back home and watching the rest of the game. It's about almost like 2 something in the morning. I'm like, dang, like when don't get me wrong, playoff hockey is fun to watch. Like I said, the more I watch it, been watching the NHL, playoff hockey is really pretty exciting, and even overtime. But this game went into double overtime, and I'm just like, at this point, I was like, I don't care who wins. Like, I'm trying to go to sleep, but I don't want to miss anything. So, but Minnesota ended up coming with the upset, beating Dallas 3-2 in double overtime, and it was a really good game, a real shocking upset. So this could be a series. So I probably would go with change. I'm going to change my prediction from Dallas in 4 to Dallas in, I'll say 6. I feel like Minnesota could probably get another game. So I'm going to say Dallas in 6. Even though Minnesota leads 1-0 right now, I'm going to go with Dallas to win that series. And lastly, the game yesterday was the Edmonton Oilers versus the Los Angeles Kings. Now this another matchup I predicted. I predicted in 7. I picked Edmonton in 7 over the Los Angeles Kings, and so far not off to a good start in that prediction, because the King, just like the last game we talked about, the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild, that went to double overtime. This game went into overtime as well, and the Kings beat them 4-3. So I'm at the same time I'm watching the game on my phone and on my TV. Both games were overtime. I'm like, dang, two playoff games in hockey on the same day. So can't get no better than that. And the Kings ended up winning that 4-3. Now I feel like the Oilers did get cheated because in overtime they did score a goal and the refs ended up taking that goal back. So like I said, I don't know why, because I couldn't really hear, but Kings won that. I still got Edmonton in 7, winning that series over the Kings, even though now the Kings lead 1-0. And these games will be most likely will probably be Wednesday. I think game two will be Wednesday, where you can catch these games. Now for Tuesday, for today, we got the New York Rangers and the New Jersey Devils squaring off. For that matchup, I picked the Rangers in 5. I got the New York Rangers beating the New Jersey Devils in 5 in that series. I just feel like the New York Rangers are pretty much a better team, in my opinion, from watching a little bit. So I'm going to go with the Rangers in 5. That game is at 7 o'clock tonight. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning, who made it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year against the Toronto Maple Leafs. In that game, I picked Tampa Bay in 6. I think that's going to be a pretty good series. This Tampa Bay is trying to get back to the Stanley Cup for the 4th straight year in a row. So we're gonna see if they can get to it, even though I don't have them making it. I got Boston. Well, I'll get my predictions later on in a different episode. Next up, we have the Winnipeg Jets against the Vegas Golden Knights. I picked the Knights in 6. I think the Golden Knights have been a pretty good team all year. The Jets are a pretty good team also, but I think the Knights are better. And I picked the Knights in 6 in that series, so I think that's going to be a pretty good series. Again, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Leaf, they play at 7:30. The Jets and Knights play 9:30, so that game 1 for that series. Next up, we have the Seattle Kraken. That's my team. I I just recently became a Seattle Kraken fan because I feel like it's only right because they're the newest expansion team in the NHL. I'm not a bandwagon. I don't want to jump on Boston Bruins. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Seattle Kraken. They seem like a good team, and watching them, they pretty hard. Even if they don't win at all, I'm still gonna be a fan of them. But I went ahead and picked the Kraken in 6 to get the upset over the defending Stanley Cup champions, Colorado Avalanche. I have the Seattle Kraken upsetting them in 6. So you heard it first right there. Now, many people, pretty much friends, especially in my internship with the Columbus River Dragons, don't think the Seattle Kraken got a chance, but I think they got a chance. So I'm going to go Seattle in 6 over the Colorado Avalanche. That game is at 10 o'clock tonight. So, but yeah, playoff hockey is definitely an enjoyable time. Like even at my internship, the Columbus River Dragons, we have our first playoff game tomorrow against them in the FPHL, Federal Professional Hockey League, against the Motor City Rockers. Game 1 is Wednesday, and then Game 2 will be Friday here in Columbus, Georgia. So, yeah, make sure you watch that if you follow the FPHL. So, yeah, I think it's going to be playoff hockey. I think these games today should be pretty interesting, especially I think Tampa Bay and Toronto, and then Seattle and Colorado. Those are the 2 games I'm definitely going to be paying attention to tonight in the first round matchups today. So make sure y'all check those games out if you're a hockey fan. So make sure you check those out. Now we're going to go on to the NBA playoffs. For these matchups, I definitely think they're pretty interesting. Now I'm gonna give my opinion right now. Especially the West. The West is wide open. We don't know who's coming out. The East, even though the Bucks are down right now, I feel like the Bucks are Boston. The Bucks might pretty much come out because I think Giannis going to play Game 2 or Game 3 at least, and they're going to come back and beat the Heat. But let's get into that. So NBA playoffs first round, you got the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Denver won Game 1 easily against Minnesota. That game wasn't even close. And yeah, they beat them 101 to 80, like 100 something to 80. They dominated that game, and Denver leads 1-0. I picked Denver in 5 because I feel like I just don't think Minnesota has enough power. They don't have, even though Rudy Gobert is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, he don't have enough bricks in the pocket to stop Jokic. Jokic is too strong. He plays at his pace. He's a 2-time league MVP. Even though Denver, they haven't won anything in the regular season, just this matchup, Denver's got the number 1 seed for a reason, so they're pretty good. Not saying they're the favorite in the West, but I just think the matchup with Minnesota is not really good. I don't think Gobert is an offensive threat. He's not gonna stop Jokic. You got Michael Porter Jr. who's playing well, Jamal Murray who's gonna play well, Aaron Gordon who's been stepping up, KCP been shooting it well. Even Bruce Brown been shooting it well, and they proved that in Game 1. So I think Minnesota can get 1. I feel like they'll probably get 1 at home, but I don't see this being a series at all. I got Denver in 5. And now next up, I got the Suns and Clippers. Now I picked the Suns in 6 over that series, but we gonna, for those who've been watching the playoffs, the Suns lost Game 1 to the Clippers. Now, Paul George is not in this series at all, and I feel like without him, I don't think it's enough. Now, Suns don't have really defense. When I watched in Game 1, Kawhi had his way. They couldn't stop him at all. He was getting straight buckets mid-range. He was hitting his mid-range every time. And the Clippers bench did step up. Zubats gave it to Ayton. He out-rebounded him out. Plumlee played pretty well. Aaron Gordon was shooting the three very well. He led the team in points in the first quarter. So I just think the Clippers do have a lot of depth. Now, even though Russ didn't play well, he pretty much shot 3 of 19 from the field. But he had like double-digit rebounds. He had like 8, 9 assists. He played very well on defense. Had a couple blocks, especially a key block on Devin Booker in the final seconds of the game. And I was shocked about that. I was like, wow. But that's part of Devin Booker. He did get blocked, but he should have got the rebound instead of complaining to the ref. So that is on Devin Booker on that part. But like I said, Russ did play well on defense and other aspects, but I just don't think will he keep it up? Because if he keeps shooting like that, he's gonna shoot the Clippers out of this series. And I think with even though KD didn't have the best like overall game, because he didn't score his first point till about 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes until the second quarter was over. He had 27 points. He almost had a triple-double. He had like 27, 11, and 9. So he picked it up. I expect KD to be more aggressive in this game tonight, game 2 tonight. Of course, Kawhi going to be Kawhi also, but I don't think Russ is going to play as well on defense in this game, because I think Devin Booker is going to step up. Hopefully Chris Paul can play better. Hopefully DeAndre Ayton can play better. I don't know what it is with him. It's like he can drop 20 and 12, but he'll turn around and give you like 10 and 8. Like, that's not enough. So he's going to have to step up for the Suns to win this series, unless they're going to get beat. Because if they go down 2-0, they might lose in 5. But I have the Suns in 6 in that series. I think, like I said, it's going to be a good series, but I got the Suns advancing because, like I said, it is pretty entertaining with KD versus Russ, KD versus Kawhi. We haven't seen that since the finals when KD got injured. So with both players healthy, I think this is a pretty good series. I wish Paul George was playing, because if Paul George was playing this game, this would go definitely 7. And I can really see the Clippers really beating the Suns if Paul George was healthy. But it's still going to be a good series and a good game tonight. But next up, we have the Kings and Warriors. Now, I'm going to go to Game 1 and Game 2. For Game 1, the Warriors lost to the Kings, 126 to 123. Steph Curry had 30 points. He went 11 from 20 from the field. And 2 for 2. He only had 2 free throws, but he went 2 for 2 from the free throw line. De'Aaron Fox had 38 points. He went 13 of 27 from the field, 8 from 12 from the free throw line. Now, you know, Domantas Sabonis didn't have the best game in Game 1, but he had 12 and 16. He did have 16 rebounds, but the Warriors, I feel like the Warriors are kind of a little too small, because the Sabonis did lead the league in double-doubles. He's a 3-time All-Star. He's legit. I think he's I wouldn't call him a superstar or star, but he's a legit All-Star, and I think they're going to have to keep him off the glass. Draymond and them, they're going to be more physical. They're going to have to keep him off the glass, because they're not. The Sabonis going to keep getting rebounds, and the Kings going to get second chance points, and that's going to hurt the Warriors' chances of winning this series. And you know, Game 1, I was like, okay, this is going to be a series. Really, I already knew it was going to be a series because one, Golden State is terrible on the road. They went in the regular season. They only won 11 games on the road, so it was terrible. I think this is one of the worst records by a defending champ in NBA history, or one of the worst road records by a defending NBA champion. So, but the Warriors, they do play really well at home. So possibly they can, keep this series to 6-7 games. But after last night, if you didn't think the Kings were real, I knew there was a playoff threat, but not championship threat. But after Game 2, the Kings beat the Warriors 114 to 106. Stephen Curry had 28 points, but he went 9 for 21 from the field, and he did go 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Sabonis played much better in this game. He had 24 points, not as many rebounds, but he still had 9 rebounds that were crucial rebounds. He went 8 for 12 from the floor, 8 for 12 from the free throw line. So he played pretty well. De'Aaron Fox played well also. He had 24. Malik Monk had like 18. Clay had like 21, 24 points also. But I feel like, Draymond Green did get ejected. Now, there was a part of the game where, do I feel like he should have got ejected? No, because at the end of the day, Sabonis did grab his leg. And now, in that moment, I don't agree with him stepping on him. Maybe he could have looked at the ref and pointed look, he's grabbing my leg. He's grabbing my leg. He could have did that. But I feel like they both probably should have got flagrant twos. If you're gonna inject, because if you grab somebody's leg, you could possibly twist their ankle or you could break it. So I feel like both players maybe should have got either ejected or the same flagrant fouls. So I think that hurt the Warriors with Draymond getting ejected in that part of the game. And now the Warriors trail 2-0 in this series. Now, a lot of people probably by now got the Warriors getting swept or beat in 5. But they do play really well at home. I think the Warriors are going to win both games at Golden State. I believe in Steph. I don't think the Warriors are going to go out like this and get swept. So I think they're going to be motivated at home. They're going to regroup. And I feel like they're going to tie this series up by the time it comes back to Sacramento. Now, that's up to the Warriors to win one game in Sacramento. So I do still got the Warriors winning this series. I'm going to stick to my original prediction, and I'm going to pick the Warriors in 6 over the Kings. Now, I know a lot of you might be like, oh, light the beam. The Warriors ain't the same. You crazy, Cam. But I just believe in Steph. I believe in that team, Steve Kerr. They just won a championship last year. And I feel like, the Kings are for real. I will give them that. They are for real. Would it surprise me if the Kings won this series now? No. But I'm going to go with my longevity belief on Steph and this team. I feel like they can get it together and tie it up and then win one game in Sacramento to close the series because they do got the experience. But they better come with a game plan for De'Aaron Fox because he's a straight bucket. He's a rising star. He's fast. He got a handle. He can shoot. He's explosive, and I think he's. I don't know if Golden State necessarily has somebody that can guard him. Maybe Wiggins. So Wiggins, Clay, and Draymond are going to step up to stop Fox and Sabonis and Malik Monk to win this series and tie it up. So. But again, I got the Warriors in 6 in that game, and those are my takes on Game 1 and Game 2 of that series. That's how happened so far. Next up, we have the Memphis Grizzlies against my Los Angeles Lakers. Now, this series, I was nervous about because from the beginning we started the season 2-10, so out of 12 games, only won 2 games. And at that point, I said, I'm done watching Laker basketball until next year when they get rid of Russ. Don't get me wrong, I love Russ. I respect Russ. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But at this point in his career, I just don't think he's that same Russ. I feel like he's kind of more of a role player at this point in his career. And at the trade deadline, the Lakers turned it around. They got Rui Hachimura. Austin Reeves stepped up. They got Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, Mo Bamba. They got a lot of pieces that fit around LeBron and Anthony Davis. And they somehow, somewhere, they turned it around to where they could possibly compete for a championship this year or at least a deep playoff run. And like I said, after Game 1, I believe we got a chance because we did beat the Grizzlies. It was 128 to 112 or 114. Like I said, Austin Reeves stepped up. He is him. He stepped up. He had 23 points. Rui Hachimura went crazy from the 3. He had 29 points. And like I said, AD had 21 points. Now, I wouldn't go out. In the first half, I was nervous. When he got hurt and he said he couldn't feel his arm, at that point, I threw my head. I was like, I give up. I give up. I said, we might have to trade AD in the offseason. But he came back. He has stepped up this season. And, I'm proud of him because he is my favorite player in the league. In my opinion, when he's healthy, he's top 5. He definitely minimum top 7, but definitely top 5 when healthy because he has top 5 talent. And he had 21 points, 12 rebounds, 7 blocks, and 3 steals. Like, AD is a force on the defensive end. He's going to challenge everything at the rim. So if you come at the rim, you might want to think twice when you try to challenge AD at the basket. And so. And with him playing like this, with AD dropping at least 25 and giving us double-digit rebounds, and that many, like 2-3 blocks, a steal or 2, I feel like we got a great chance. And then LeBron had 21 points, so 8. He had 11 rebounds. He had a couple blocks and 5 assists, 7 assists. He played well. That's not even their best game. So I feel like LeBron is gonna be LeBron. AD keep playing this well. We got a chance. We did win game 1. Now, game 2 is Wednesday night. Now, I got my Lakers winning in 6. I picked in 6. Now, Ja did get hurt with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter with the Grizzlies down like by 3 or 4 points. And he's questionable for game 2 tomorrow. Now, I feel like if he's not 100%, or if he doesn't play, I got my Lakers in 5. I feel like the Grizzlies might get 1, because the Lakers, they always play down the competition. So if a star player is out, they gonna play down the competition and they gonna give up 1 game. I'm gonna say the Lakers in 5. If Ja Morant's not 100%, Lakers in 5. Or if he doesn't play game 2 or game 3, Lakers in 5. So, but if he's good to go and he's fine, I'm gonna say Lakers in 6, because I feel like LeBron and AD are too dominant. I don't think the Grizzlies got any. Even though Jared Jackson did win Defensive Player of the Year, I don't think they really have anybody to stop AD. They don't have nobody really to stop LeBron. Our role players are shooting well. Now, do I expect Rui Hachimura to drop 29? No. If he can give us 10 to 12 points, and Austin Reeves can give us 10 to 14, 15 points, and D'Lo can give us 10 to 18 points. If our role players can give us double digits, they come out the bench and give us double digits points, and as long as LeBron and AD give us 20 plus, like 25 and 28, we need like 30 from AD. LeBron give us like 25, and we'll be fine. So I'm gonna say Lakers in 6. Now, next up we have the Bucks and the Heat. Now, for this one, I picked the Bucks in 4, but again, like what happened to Ja, Giannis ended up getting hurt early in that game and leaving with a back pain to his lower back, and the Heat went on to win that game, close one. So that goes out my prediction with Bucks in 4, because Giannis did get hurt. So now, it actually did come back negative. I think Giannis will play tonight. And what's the game? Nope, that's Wednesday. I believe he will play Wednesday, and I expect him to be more. I expect him to be beyond. Expect him to be himself, be Giannis. So I think he will step up and come back. I feel like the Bucks will probably win this in 6. I feel like the Bucks in 6 if Giannis comes back. Now, if he comes back and he's straight dominant, maybe Bucks in 5, but I'm gonna say Bucks in 6 and change my mind for that series instead of Bucks. Of course, because Bucks can't win in 4 because the Heat are up 1-0 now. Next up, we have the Cavs and Knicks. I picked the Cavs in 7. The Knicks did win game 1. Jalen Brunson they beat the Cavs in game 1, 101-97. Jalen Brunson had 27 points. He went 11 from 24 from the field and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Donovan Mitchell had 38 points. He went 14 to 30 from the field and 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Game 2 is tonight at 7:30. So I expect the Cavs to bounce back. I feel like when Donovan Mitchell, he's gonna beat him. Darius Garland's gonna have a better game. And I feel like their role players will step up. I don't see the Knicks going 2-0. If they go 2-0, like Stephen A. Smith said earlier today, it probably will be a sweep. But I feel like the Cavs will win this game, and it's going to go 7. Next up, we have the Sixers and Nets. Now, this one, not really an entertaining series at all. I picked the Sixers in 4 over the Nets. Game 1. The Sixers beat the Nets 121-101. Mikal Bridges did have 30 points. He went 12 and 18 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Joel Embiid had 26 points, 5 rebounds. He went 7 for 15 from the field and 11-11 from the free throw line. James Harden had 23 points, 8 from 21 from the field, 13 assists. Game 2, the Sixers beat the Nets 96-84. Cameron Johnson had 28 points, 11 from 19 from the field. 1 from 2 from the free throw line. He did have a real great poster. He dunked on Joel Embiid, so that was real nice because not too many players will dunk on Embiid like that. Tyrese Maxey led the Sixers in scoring. He had 33 points. He went 13 of 23 from the field, 1 from 3 for the free throw line. Joel Embiid had 20 points, 19 rebounds. James Harden had only 8 points and 5 assists and 3 of 13. Now, James Harden has not been playing the most efficient, and I feel like in order for them to win a championship this year, he's going to have to be more efficient and play better than this. But I think this prediction is going to come true. I got the Sixers in 4. I just think the Sixers are too much better than the Nets. The Nets do play hard. They should be really proud of themselves getting to the playoffs, but I don't see the Nets beating the Sixers at all. Maybe one game at best. And lastly, we have the Celtics and Hawks. Now, the Celtics beat the Hawks 112-99 in Game 1. DeJounte Murray went 10 for 25 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and he had 24 points. Trae Young had 16 points, 8 assists. He only went 5 for 18 from the field, 1 for 5 from the 3. Jaylen Brown had 29 points, 12 for 23 from the field, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Jason Tatum had 25 points, 10 for 23 from the field, 11 rebounds, 3 for 7 for 3. And I got the Celtics in 4 over the Hawks. I just don't think the Hawks have enough firepower for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who are probably arguably the best duo in the East. And they did make the finals last year, and I think, of course, the Celtics, I think they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think they're going to cruise by the Hawks easily in this series, and it's going to be in 4. Game 2 is tonight at 7 o'clock on NBA TV. So that's going to be a clean series right there. So, yeah, but make sure to watch these games tonight. The Suns and Clippers play at 10 o'clock tonight. The Nuggets and Timberwolves play at 10 o'clock also tonight. I mean, on the 19th, not tonight. Who else plays tonight? We also got, Cavs and Knicks play tonight, 7:30, like I said. And, yeah, Celtics and Hawks. But let me know who y'all got in the NHL and NBA playoffs. It's a great time for sports. Even, like I said, the USFL season started week 1. It was a real good week 1. You got the NHL playoffs starting. Baseball season is up. NBA playoffs is now. So it's a great time to be watching sports. Be watching shows like Undisputed, First Take, Speak, learn, give me your opinion. I watch those shows every morning, but I also have my own podcast, and I hope to, grow my show into a bigger platform. So not just y'all watch it, but the whole world. And I know this podcast is not the best. I'm in no hurry to grow my channel in one night. But I will tell you this. It's going to take that one show, that one episode where is gonna blow up, and everybody will know the name Cameron Lindsay, and they're gonna say that's him. That's an up and coming journalist / analyst. He has his own podcast, and he's doing pretty well. I'm gonna get my name out there. So again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that always tune in to what I have to say, whether you agree or disagree. Let me know what you think in the comments. What you want to see, who you want to see on the show. What topics do you want me to talk about? Because I don't want to just be talking about. I want to talk about. I also want topics you want me to talk about. What is a favorite athlete? The Super Bowl, NBA playoffs, soccer, wrestling, anything. So, and I have been thinking I probably will start bringing some more. I will probably start bringing some WWE content for my wrestling fans, because I'm also a wrestling fan also. I'm thinking about bringing that type of content also, because it is sports. Wrestling is a sport. It's entertainment. All sports are entertainment. So I definitely will bring that more onto my podcast and channel. So, but more things are coming. I got interviews I'm gonna do with some high school players at Central High School in Phoenix City, Alabama, and I want to interview those players, and I want to get to know them, and show them off to people of their hard work in that program. Because I love to see other athletes succeed and follow their dreams, like I'm following my dream of being a professional sports analyst / journalist, and I can't do that without y'all. I can't do that without me, busting. I ain't gonna but I'm, hard work and dedication every single time I get in front of this camera and speak to y'all and do my show interviews. So, and I promise I'm not gonna give up, never gonna quit. No matter how hard it gets, I'm going to keep doing episodes for y'all. So, but I appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in this week today, and I'll catch y'all next week. During more NHL hockey playoffs, more NBA playoffs, and USFL football. So I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm out.